So I know this is not a C-drama, but I can't speak Chinese and I'm currently in a cosplay fix. So I have been watching anime and stuff whilst I've been crafting. And obviously I can't read subs if I'm trying to sew, if I want to keep my fingers. So I wasn't going to watch this. I was going to catch up with anime that I haven't watched nearly as much anime as I used to because I've got into C-dramas. And whilst I was doom scrolling somewhere, probably Facebook, I saw a screenshot of some tweet. Do we call it a tweet now? It's X. I'm not even on there, so I'm not sure. But it was from that 1 million mums thing. I know it's American, so it must be moms. It's really hard for me to pronounce it, moms. Sorry. And they were going on about how awful it was because it was promoting hell and demons and this, that and the other. So of course I had to watch it. Do you know, I was really, really glad I did. The range of characters are really interesting. There's a great deal of different personalities. Each character has a lot of depth to them. What you see is not just what you get, if that makes sense. So, for example, and here's a spoiler here, if you haven't seen this, the lead character is either lesbian or bi, and she dates one of the other characters. And, you know, it's more than that. It's not just, I'm lesbian and that's all I am. There is more to her than that. She's this lovely, sweet, loving person who has this massive heart that wants to help people live a better life in her home. And the ultimate goal of her hotel is to redeem sinners and allow them to ascend to heaven, and to also stop something really horrid going on, but that would be going into some spoilers. Now, I want to address some of the arguments that these 1 million mums had about this show. They had some issues that they stated. So one, they had an issue with the design of the angels. Now, I'd like to address this with the fact that if you look at the older texts within Christian mythology, Christian texts, and so on, and anything older that created that religion, angels are terrifying. They have like hundreds of eyes and they don't look human at all. So that the angels in this look terrifying isn't actually very surprising. What is surprising is that they look human in any way, shape or form, because they don't when you look at old descriptions of what an angel should look. Now, I'm not Christian. I used to be. I'm not anymore. I do find it quite a chuckle that these 1 million moms don't seem to know that. They seem to think that angels look like you and me, which, sorry, given that apparently we are born of sin, that's very unlikely. Now, the other thing that they took issue with was that they were painting the characters in a good light, so the sinners. Now, they're not wholly painted in a good light. They are shown to have a lot of flaws, and certainly they are some pretty bad flaws, because otherwise they wouldn't have been sent to hell. And that really helps the show. It makes the characters relatable in some way, despite some of the really quite horrific things that they clearly did to get themselves sent to hell. And some things they still do to get sent to hell. So I'm going to try and keep any spoilers out of this. But I might struggle here because I want to use an example. So one of the characters, who is very popular and is one of my favourites, and I'll leave you to guess who that is in the comments. They are shown to be trapped by their lifestyle. They are shown that they don't really enjoy their lifestyle. that it's just something that they do, that they're addicted to. And I think there are those, I mean, I've never had an addiction myself, but I have been around people who have. I used to work in a chemist, and I used to do needle exchange, and I used to chat with people who we used to do needle exchange with. And that pulls on your heartstrings, this character showing how they're struggling with the fact that they know what they're doing is bad for them. They don't want to continue, but at the same time, they have to continue. They feel they have to. They feel there's no way out, and so on. And I think a lot of people relate to him in some way, or they in some way. I'm not sure whether he's a he or a they. At the same time, if you're like me, you also want to bundle them up, give them a cuddle and say, it'll be okay, let's sort this out, and let's get you away from that life. And so the fact that they are bad people, in a way, and this girl is trying to redeem them, the fact that 1 Million Moms wants to make this out to be such a bad thing, this upsets me. Because the thing is, one of the things that I was taught when I was still a Christian was forgiveness. That you have to forgive things, that you can do things to redeem yourself, to make things better. Not necessarily right, but better. So the simple fact that they're basically saying that these so-called demons and fallen human souls shouldn't be redeemed in some way, that this concept on its own is somehow against their religion and somehow something that should be banned, I think is really quite short-sighted, because there are a lot of people out there who, regardless of whether they're Christian or not, have fallen off the bandwagon, I guess. I mean, if you're not Christian, it's path, I suppose. And shows like this are something that can be shown to give them hope that actually, you know what? Yeah, maybe I can get better. Maybe I can follow that path and find the strength to redeem myself. And I really can't see why anyone would have a problem with that message. The last argument they had was quite frankly ridiculous. The fact that it was a colourful and friendly looking show, not quite how they described it, but they feared that it would attract young children to watch this. This is an R-rated show on Amazon Prime. It's not on an app that you can't child lock. So if these mothers don't have the ability to monitor what their children are watching online, then perhaps they shouldn't be mothers. Because I know what my niece is watching the majority of the time. She is monitored. She only has access to apps that have child safety and things like that. When I was watching it the other day, I paused it when she came in so that she couldn't see what I was watching. So that argument is quite frankly ridiculous. It is rated appropriately. And on that note, my conclusion, I can see the hype. I absolutely love this show, and I really, really look forward to a season 2. I've also started watching Hell of a Boss, which is on YouTube, and I really hope to see more from this creator, because it was such a good show, and I really, really enjoyed it. And thank you to the creators. Thank you to Amazon Prime for giving them a chance and putting this on your app. And what did you guys think? And who are your favourite characters? Don't forget to like, follow and subscribe wherever you're watching this. And I'll see you next time, maybe with a C-drama or maybe with an anime review. See you next time. Bye!